Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to iGyaan. Google has dropped its new Pixel 11 series of phones. So the Pixel 11, the Pixel 11 Pro and the Pro Fold as well. And we're going to be checking out all of these devices. So let's quickly get started. Let's talk about price. The Pixel 11 now starts at 89,999, so 90,000 rupees out of the gate for the base model. Yes, there are two variants this time around, 256 and 512. And for the Pro phones, they start at 1,19,000 rupees, or actually 1,19,999, so 1,20,000 rupees. You have some offers. You get 10,000 cash back. You have no cost EMI for up to 24 months. They're offering buyback. So you can get about 62% of the value of your phone after 9 months. And then they're also bundling in a free screen replacement if you pre-order the phone. So a lot of offers there. So you can go check out the deals and offers. We'll have them linked in the description below for you guys so that you have a better idea of pricing, availability, all of those things. The Pixel 11 and the Pixel 11 Pro, while an upgrade in terms of what Google had to push out, they are suffering from the AI memory crunch and the storage crunch. And we can see that because the prices have gone up by about 10,000 rupees, but specifications on the inside seem smaller. So for the Pro phones, you're actually getting less RAM, 12 gigabyte of RAM for the base model for 256 gigabyte. And 16 gigabyte of RAM for the higher variant, which is now finally available in India, the 512. Now, inside there is the Tensor G6 chip, which is going to be an upgrade from last year. We're seeing better CPU performance. So you have new C1 cores for the CPU, a bump in the GPU, a lot of focus towards the TPU, of course, for all the AI tasks, 50% jump there. We'll have some benchmarks on screen for you. Alongside the Tensor G6, you also have the Titan M3 Core processor that is built for security and all the tasks that are going to happen on this phone. We'll talk a little bit more about that later, but we want to test this out in depth for longer periods of time. We have actually lesser cores, so you have 7 CPU cores versus 8 CPU cores last year, and in the CPU cores, we have only one performance C1 core, and the rest are just Pro cores. So we want to see how that performs in long-term usage. You look at the display, a 6.3 or a 6.8 inch display for the Pro phones, with brightness being bumped up to 2400 nits and 3600 nits for the peak. And if you look at the Pixel 11, we're seeing brightness of 2000 and 3000 nits. The Pixel 11 comes with a standard OLED display. They call it the Actua display. It is not an LTPO display, but if you pick up the Pro phones, you get an LTPO OLED display and slightly better brightness, slightly better legibility. Also, in terms of build quality, we are seeing a nice matte finish around the frame. The back glass on both the Pixel 11 as well as the Pro series is Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2. If you pick up the Fold, it is a composite material, so it's different from what it was last year, and we'll cover it in depth in the video on the Fold. They are IP68 still, and the camera bump is a lot smaller, and it is a single piece of glass this time around, so everything's housed in a nice clean array. It looks cleaner and more symmetrical. The front has Corning Gorilla Glass 2 Victus with a scratch-resistant technology on the Pro phones. No scratch-resistant coating on the regular Pixel 11. If you pick up a Google Pixel case and you snap it on, you will see that the camera bump more or less disappears. And this is one of the first times in a really long time that the phone more or less sits flat on the desk. Now, these new cases also have the Pixel Snap built in. So you can attach MagSafe accessories, or you can attach your chargers or whatever. And then they also have the locking magnet buried behind this Pixel logo on the case. So that's nice. Let's talk about the cameras. The cameras are slightly upgraded as well. Slightly bigger sensors on the Pixel 11, a 1/1.56 inch sensor, up from 1/2 inch sensor. So up from a 1/2 inch sensor to a 1/1.56 inch. Slightly bigger, slightly better light performance as well. Again, we'll have to test that out, but you still have a telephoto and an ultra wide on the Pixel 11, as you do on the Pro phones as well. The Pro phones get a 50 megapixel wide camera with a f1.68 aperture. Ultra wide camera has an f1.7 aperture and 123-degree field of view. This is 48 megapixels. And then also for the tele, you have a 48 megapixel camera with an f2.8 and 5x optical zoom. And the Pro phones also offer 8K video at up to 30 frames per second, 4K video at 60 frames per second as well. Only on the Pro phones. On the 11, you have 4K at 60 frames per second. And also is the case with the Fold. Now we're doing a separate video on the Fold, so stay tuned for that. I have some observations on the Fold that I really like. I'll cover that up in that video, so make sure you're subscribed and the notifications are turned on, so that when that video goes up, you get notified as well. If you pick up the standard Pixel 11, the telephoto camera is going to be a 10.8 megapixel tele, and the front camera is going to be a 10.5. On the Pro phones, like I said, 48 megapixel telephoto camera with a 5x optical zoom, and the front camera is also 42 megapixel with an f2.2 aperture and 103-degree ultra-wide field of view. So all of those features are there, great, but what is improved is some of the camera features that they've added, creator tools that allow you to frame up yourself while you are capturing video. You can also use the rear camera for selfies. And right next to the camera on the Pro phones, you will find the highlight feature, which is the new sort of notification light that allows you to sort of get notified when somebody calls you from your list of favorites, or if you're engaging with Google's Gemini AI. When that is running, you will find that lights up, and it is a nicely saturated sort of bubble that gives you information, or actually lets you know that the AI is engaged. These phones also have some of Google's older features that we've seen in the past, including night sight. On the Pro phones, you get instant night sight. On the Pixel 11 night sight, and the samples that we took of that are incredible. Here's a look at the night sight pictures. So I think that there are going to be massive improvements in terms of AI capabilities as well on this. There are things like Rambler that has been added that allows you to sort of have a conversation with the phone and convert that into a text message or a field. It is included in the keyboard as well, so you can add in all of those features. You have the magic camera that allows you to capture photos and videos and then sort of save them in the best shot, so it frames the shot for you automatically. So all of those features will come in handy for a lot of people, but again, is it worth the upgrade? We are seeing not that big of a jump from the previous generation. In fact, in certain cases, including the RAM as well as the battery, we are seeing a downgrade. So we have a smaller battery physically, only 100 mAh difference here or there, but it is a slightly smaller battery. The phones also support faster charging this time around, so 30 watts of wired charging on both the Pixel 11 and the Pixel 11 Pro. But if you pick up the Pixel 11 Pro XL, you get 45 watts of wired charging. And all three of these phones, actually all four of the phones, including the Fold, support 25 watts of wireless charging as well. So that is absolutely fantastic. Now, what are your thoughts on the Pixel 11 and the Pixel 11 Pro series of devices? Let us know what you think of all the features that they've added, and whether or not it's going to be a good upgrade with all the sort of payment plans, screen replacement, and all of those features that they've bundled in. The buyback option also is a good option, I feel. Are you going to be picking up a Pixel 11 device? Let us know in the comments below. If you want us to do a full in-depth review of these, we are going to be doing it anyway. If you want us to include something in the testing, let us know in the comments below as well. We'll try and include that for you. If you enjoyed this video, smash like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.